teaching teachers on a national crusade to improve America's education system.
The 2003 Milken National Teacher of the Year and ASU Hall of Famer Keith Ballard used his own money to tour dozens of schools in China and India to learn why some say their students outclass ours. Keith joins our own Kim Covington with his findings. Kim.
Yeah, they are baffling, and Keith is spending his summer vacation traveling across the Southwest to deliver his information, the findings from China and India. Why are you doing that? You're a successful music teacher from San Diego. Why are you doing this?
Why? Because I think in this day and age, we need to help our country. And I know that sounds a little bit, people cynical, but it's true. I think if we know something, we need to deliver it and try to help our country in any way we can. And the only thing that I really understand is education. And say basically when I'm going to cities and throughout the West and the Southwest, I hate to say, but I have a little 1997 Mazda Protege. I'm sleeping in my car. And this is what I'm doing during my summer vacation.
You're that passionate about it because you saw the results. The PISA study compares America's 15-year-olds with 15-year-olds from all over the world. And we have this last study was done 2009, 2010. It ranked the U.S. 17th overall. Now that's up for debate. Students in China, Korea, and Finland are blowing everyone else out of the water. That's why you went to China. We know that.
Sure, and I think it should be said that we're competing on par with third world nations in math and science. We're 31st in math and 23rd in science. And math and science are the ones that really count.
Okay, so you went to China. Let's look at some of the videos here. You shot this.
I shot it all. I bought a $80 used camera on Craigslist, and this was my production cost.
Okay, let's look at this first clip.
These are eye exercises. And do you think these exercises help?
I think.
Yes. These kids are energetic. They're all together. This is absolutely unbelievable.
Okay, this is school. This is what they're doing before class?
Well, this is what they do a couple times a day. This is their...
A couple times a day?
These are called the morning exercises, and in every school in China, they do these morning exercises, and they start from kindergarten all the way up. And you'll see even schools of 3,000 kids where there's one teacher that leads the whole thing, and every kid does exactly the same thing.
So what difference did you see in China that's making a difference there? Why are they at the top of the list? What can we learn from them?
Well, we could learn a lot of things. It's, one of the problems here in the United States is we're not really globally aware with what's going on. You see, you have to understand in the Asian countries in general, they really appreciate and value education. And there's what we call
Give me 3 things that you learned in China that we should be doing right now.
Okay, number one, they do 230 days a year. We're doing 175 to 180 days a year of schooling. They go to school 3 to 3.5 hours more per day, and there's an enormous amount of discipline. They control their schools. They can teach up to and upwards of 50 kids per class because they have control. Let me just tell you real quick. This is really important. At the end, it's going to look like this. An average typical Chinese student is going to be 6 years ahead in total Arizona school time if you go by Arizona school time. 6 years, and that's a conservative estimate.
And I want to get to the clip in India. You went to India. I don't know why, because they're at the bottom of the list.
Well, they are, but they have a lot of private schools there, and they have about 220 million kids in their school system. And India is going to be a major threat in the future.
And let's see why. Here's another clip.
Great. What do you want to be?
Engineer.
Engineer. What do you want to be?
Software engineer.
Software engineer. What do you want to be?
Indian Foreign Service.
Indian Foreign Service. What do you want to be?
I want to be a doctor.
You want to be a doctor. Great. What do you want to be?
I want to be a doctor.
Great. What do you want to be? Petroleum engineer. What do you want to be?
I want to be a chartered accountant.
Another accountant.
Okay.
Great. What do you want to be?
I want to be a civil engineer.
A civil engineer. What do you want to be?
Nephrologist.
A nephrologist. A doctor. In life.
Computer engineer.
Computer engineering. Good job. Good.
I'm a software engineer.
You want to be a software engineer?
I want to be a mechanical engineer.
Over and over and over again.
And
They're thinking differently.
They do. It's not a joke over there. See, it's not about having fun in the school. It's all about learning. The kids understand the rules. The parents understand the rules.
And they're taking the jobs at Intel and some of these other major corporations.
Look, everybody that works here in this studio, everybody that works in America, many of these kids will take their kids' jobs and their grandkids' jobs.
So we have to do something. That's why you're traveling to Arizona and across the country. You want our educators to pay attention.
Our government's got to pay attention. I mean, we're talking about reform. We talk about No Child Left Behind. That's left so many children behind. We got to stop talking about it, and darn it, we got to do something about it.
Keith Ballard, thank you so very much. He did all the hard work, guys. We need
Very
to listen,
passionate.
huh? Interesting, huh?
You know, when I do our Wednesday's Child stories on adoption, and the boys, I'd say 8 out of 10 of them say, I want to be a pro football player or a pro basketball player or a pro baseball player. And of course, you want kids to dream for stuff like that. But I always say, all right, guys, give me something else.
Exactly.
You know, tell me something else you're interested in. Yeah.